Alrighty, everybody. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another live. We are doing a bit of coverage here. I promised you guys we would go live for the nighttime coverage. I really wanted to kind of cover the later part of the storms because, obviously being nighttime and stuff like that, severe weather, they don't really mix very well, if you know what I mean. But anyways, guys, it's good to see you all. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see who we have here in the chat. We have Country saying, my best friend is from Indiana, so hopefully he isn't asleep because he's in the path. Gotcha. We do actually have a little bit of storm activity in Indiana. The good news, though, as of right now, there is no active severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings for Indiana. However, we do actually have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings for portions of West Virginia and Ohio, which we'll get into here in 1 second. What's up, Roby? Good to see you. What's up, Mark? Saying upvoted. I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you so much. What's up, Billy Bob? Good to see you. Saying, can we get a check-in in Marshall County, Indiana? Getting some bad lightning and just want to be safe before heading to bed. Absolutely. Yeah, let me pull up Marshall County. I'm not sure which county that's in, but we can pull it up here. Marshall County, Indiana. Okay, so yeah, we are in actually a special weather statement. So you're fine. Just stay indoors away from windows. What I'd recommend here because of the lightning concern. We do have potential in the storm where we could see maybe some gusty winds upwards of 30 miles per hour. Maybe some hail up to half-inch size. It could be possible. But yeah, nothing severe. It's just a special weather statement here. But yeah, nothing really crazy going on in that particular storm that you're in. The velocities look pretty clean too. Yeah, not really seeing anything big. Just little set of storms here. So you should be good. Just stay away from windows. What's up, Rose Bliss? Rose Bliss. Good to see ya. Saying good evening, or should I say good morning? It's almost midnight. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good morning. Good to see ya. What's up, Christy? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good morning. What's up, Jerry? Saying hey, y'all from Southern California. Good to see you, Jerry. Hope you're doing well. But I hope everyone is doing good. So we're going to hop back over here to the big radar view. So this is currently right now, this is the MRMS reflectivity scan, just basically all the radars pretty much combined here. And you can see, we still do have a bit of convection going on, quite a bit of thunderstorm activity. We do have a pretty good amount of storms still ongoing, especially for like southern and central Ohio and portions of West Virginia right now. Actually, we have quite a few cells that are currently popping off. And like I said, we actually do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings here. So we're going to start off with the one in West Virginia. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Wick out there by Pennsboro, Ellenboro, Glendale, Pike, and Petroleum. This is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for quarter-sized hail. So possibly some hail upwards of quarter size, or basically 1 inch in diameter here. The good news is that there's no damaging winds expected on this storm. Winds shouldn't be greater than 50. They shouldn't, which is good. So, anyways, that is that. Let's see here. Billy Bob says, okay, thank you. Yep, no problem. No problem. Matt says, hey, NW, or NW, NW. Hope you're doing good, Matt. See, my buddy lives in Bloomington, Indiana, and a tornado went through his backyard. Wow. I was on the phone with him, and as he hid tonight from that's crazy. I hope all is okay with him. That's wild. But good to see you, Matt. Hope you're doing well. Christy coming in with the 5 gifted memberships. Holy cow. Christy, thank you so much for that. That is greatly appreciated. That is really, really sweet of you. Thank you, Christy. Y'all in chat, please give Christy a big thank you for the support. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you once again, Christy. You are awesome, my friend. All right, so we might have a little bit of a rotation on this storm. Up by Glendale, West Virginia. So this is scanning 5,000 feet up. This could just be an upper-level mesocyclone. It's kind of hard to tell if this is close to the ground or not because of the poor radar quality that we have. But shoot, we even have another little area of rotation over here by Pennsboro. Did they put a tornado possible on this one at all? They did not. So I believe this is probably more of an upper level rotation. This is 5,000, almost 6,000 feet. So not super high, but high enough where it's still a little ways away from the ground. But yeah, I mean there is a little bit of rotation here. Here, let me pull up the environment. I'm curious to see kind of what environment we're in here with these storms. I'm going to grab a sounding for this particular hour. Let's see here. So current time right now, today's Thursday. Or actually, now it's Friday. So we are now at midnight. Okay, so it looks like these storms should be maybe a little bit elevated here, which is interesting. Hold on a minute. This is why. Oh, you know what? I'm actually off a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, so now we're into the 20th here. Perfect. Wait, hold on a minute. Why is my models behind? Maybe I need to. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it was doing that. That's weird. That's weird. Well, now we have updated models, so now it should work, no problem. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, these storms out here probably are a little bit elevated. Going to make it hard for tornadic activity. So maybe that's why these guys are not warned. Even though there is some rotation, the storm bases are just simply too high, I believe, for these storms to really drop any tornadoes here. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning, actually, that just popped off. South of that one we just went over here, this one is out by Ripley, West Virginia, including Spencer and, let's see here, Kenna. This one's in effect for also quarter-sized hail. So, yeah, it seems like these storms might be a little bit elevated here. Let's see here. Once again, Christy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hope everyone stays safe. Absolutely. Let's see. It has been continuing to strengthen. What the storms over here? Yeah, they've been picking up a little bit. I think the main concern on these guys here. Maybe I should actually hop over to the table. The main concern on these guys is right now is hail. Like I said, they're both warned for quarter size hail. What's up, Ponderosa? Good to see ya. Let's see here. Normally I'd already be in bed, but I got into a movie called Fall. Oh, really? Nice. Let's see. We were in the marginal for Chicago. We got this light rain. Yeah, I didn't think there would be much for Chicago, to be honest with you. Reason being is because there wasn't as much moisture up there. The wind shear was weaker, and a lot of those storms were also kind of elevated from what it appeared. Let's hop back over here. Actually, wrong. There we go. Back over here to this program here. So kind of right now where we speak, this low, the central low is right over eastern Iowa right now, northwestern Illinois. This is currently where that main low is. And over here by northern Illinois, out by like Chicago, yeah, there's really not a lot going on. I mean, if we go back into time here, we did have a little bit of a couple showers, like you said, a little bit of light rain, but yeah, Chicago area, not really expecting much out of it, which is honestly kind of expected. Let's see here. Roby says, sure wish we'd get rain. It's been concerned with fires. I know parts of Oklahoma's panhandle is on fire. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty wild out there. We actually have, quite a bit of nasty wildfire conditions, low humidity, strong winds, that'll really, well, first of all, dry out, all the fuels and stuff like that, as well as, just spread the fire with those winds. I mean, it's a big concern there. But yeah, I mean, a lot of places are actually really dry right now. I mean, it's been pretty rough. It's been pretty rough. Anyway, so let's actually hop over here real quickly to Ohio. So we're out here on the airport radar out by Columbus, east of Columbus. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Thornville, Ohio, including Glenford. Which we also have quarter-sized hail on this one here. Max wind gusts no greater than 50 miles per hour. You got some rain today in Los Angeles. Yeah, you guys out west were actually have been seeing quite a bit of moisture, matter of fact. You can actually see earlier today. This was earlier this afternoon. Yeah, absolutely. You guys got a little bit of precipitation. I'm pretty sure the models even show more rain on the way, if I'm not mistaken. Here, let's actually bring up the models here. We'll bring up our RRFS model. We'll take a look at that on composite reflectivity. I'm gonna load my custom map I always have here. There we go. Here, let's go back to the 0 UTC run because yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are supposed to get some more, or maybe that was the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, I know that you guys have been getting quite a bit of precipitation, especially not too long ago. Upper elevations of California got like several feet of snow, like a ridiculous amount of snowfall. It's crazy, really crazy. But anyways, we do have more of a system coming in for our folks out, especially by coastal Oregon and Washington State here. Looks like we have another set of precipitation on the way here, and maybe as we work our way into Sunday, we could get some more for maybe more Northern California. But yeah, that's what it's looking like out there. Also, I do want to mention we do have a severe weather threat tomorrow too. Let's actually go ahead and bring that up here real quickly. We're gonna take a look at that. So let's bring up our day 1 outlook. So I'll go ahead and go over today's outlook real quickly. Actually, you know what? I don't think this is updated on this page here. You know what? I'm just going to pull it up straight from the SPC. That'll probably be better. Let's see. Because it's glitched a few times before. Here we go. Yeah, so here's the current outlook at the moment. So day 1 for later today, this is general thunderstorm risk. So later today, we don't have much. Right now, though, we still have the valid slight risk here that's still in place, which includes like northern Kentucky, southwestern Ohio, bits of Indiana here. So we're still looking out for potential severe weather. Then we have Saturday. Saturday looks like it could be, a bit of a southern threat here. Which includes like extreme southern North Carolina, bits of South Carolina, central southern, a lot of Georgia included here, bits of Alabama, a little bit of the panhandle of Florida here you can see too, and a little bit of southern Mississippi as well. So, we are talking some potential severe weather here. Strong thunderstorms may overspread parts of the eastern Gulf, South Atlantic coast states on Saturday, accompanied by at least some risk for damaging winds and marginal severe hail. So it looks like mainly a damaging wind and hail threats here. Here, let's look at the models. I'm curious to see. So yeah, that's going to be for Saturday. You can see all these scattered storms from the RRFS model here. Quite a few of them really pop off here for Friday. Ooh, look at that. Kind of turning into a little bit of a line here, almost. Here, let's see what the HER model, HRRR, suggests. It's obviously good to get some more model opinions here. Yeah, so it kind of seems like Saturday's threat might be just a bunch of scattered severe storms, maybe eventually kind of converging into a line here. Very interesting. Let's see here. What's up, Grandma Jilly? Good to see you. Saying hi, Andrew. Let's see, Oxford, Michigan. I'm assuming you want me to look at Michigan. I will definitely do that for you. Okay, so you're up in eastern Michigan. I don't think we have any, obviously no severe weather today or anything like that. We might get some precipitation, though, later this morning. Could see a little bit of activity here. This is the HRRR showing maybe a few scattered showers or so here for later on in the morning. Here, let's compare that. Like I said, it's really good to compare models. It's never good to just look at one particular model. But yeah, possibly later on this morning we could see maybe a little bit of showers or whatever. But nothing big, nothing severe really expected out here. So we're chilling. Chrissy says, let's see, it's gonna snow next week. Let's see here. I'm in Florida. Okay, maybe not. Just in the third. Yeah. It is supposed to get cold in Florida here. Let's bring up our temperature map here. We'll pull up our 2-meter temperature. Here it is. Oh, I just realized I'm not even on that screen anymore. You guys got to yell at me if I do that again. I've been doing it a lot recently, unfortunately. Anyways, so yeah, we do have a bit of a cool down coming in. Let's hop to the 0 UTC. I'm not sure if RRFS goes out far enough for it. Okay, well, you can start to see the plunge happening here for Sunday. You can see that cold air advancing southward. Obviously, now we have this low that's dragging cold air behind it. that's going on right now. And of course, we have ahead of that low, or ahead of that front, we have a lot of the air being pulled up from the south. And because that low is moving, it's dragging that air with it. But then later on, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be cooling down again here. We'll have to hop into global models. We'll go to GFS here. Yeah, definitely going to be pretty chilly. This is 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Yeah, bringing those temperatures down pretty good. Florida will be freezing up by the Panhandle, possibly. Out by me here, I mean, we're mid 30s. That's still really cold for us. Really, really cold. Julie says, "Yay, thank you. We had storms last night. You're very welcome. No problem. No problem. But yeah, we'll definitely be cooling down a little bit. That's for sure." But anyway, so like I said, here is what's going on right now on the radar. Like I said, we're still seeing quite a bit of thunderstorm activity here. A couple of which could be severe. Ooh, hold on, we just got some more warnings here. Yeah, we got quite a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings. You can see on my little panel here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 active warnings. Which a lot of them are right on the western side of West Virginia. I know it's kind of hard to see with all my lightning. Here, let's change that real quickly. We're gonna get rid of the lightning. Yeah, there we go. That'll clear up the map just a little bit. Maybe I'll switch to the KRLX radar here in West Virginia. Here we go. All right, so we have a handful of severe storms. Got a little bit of hail being reported. Quarter-size hail warning, severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-size hail in West Virginia for Brighton and Cottageville, New Haven. It also includes portions of southern Ohio, including, Addison, right on the border there. Addison, Middleport, Pomeroy. Yeah, you guys are in the severe warning there. So quarter hail and winds should not exceed 50 miles an hour. Then to the right of that, we have another warning in West Virginia for Ripley, Spencer, and Gandyville for quarter hail as well. Yeah, it seems like a lot of these warnings right now are mostly quarter-sized hail. Another one to the north for Pennsboro, Wick, Glendale area. We have another one for Middlebourne, also quarter hail. Yeah, so it seems like all of these guys, every single warning we have right now is warned just for quarter-sized hail. So we've transitioned into a little bit of a hail threat out here. Nothing extreme, but it's at the point where it's considered severe. Anyways, see, Jerry says support Andrew by smashing a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Jerry. Thank you. Squatchy says, anything for Parkwood, Pennsylvania tomorrow? Let me pull it up. We'll see what we got going on out there. I do need to figure out where that's at, though, which is kind of important. Anyways. Oh, okay, so you're out on, you're in far eastern Pennsylvania, right? I don't think we don't have anything severe, per se, but I tell you what, I do think we do have a thunderstorm threat out here. Let me pull up the day one. Yeah, so we do have a general thunderstorm threat. It says, hey, a few booms of thunder possible. Nothing severe, which is good, but can't rule out maybe a few booms or, a few booms here or there. Maybe a little bit of rain here. Let's pull up the zero UTC run here, the HRRR. Yeah, so it does show quite a bit of rain actually working its way in for later on this morning. This is showing like 7 a.m. You could see quite a bit of rain and just in general for eastern Pennsylvania here overall. Then, of course, we work way down in time. A lot of that should be out by pretty much the afternoon, evening, but we could see maybe a few more scattered showers or whatever. So, yeah, definitely we got some rain on the way, but yeah, it's not going to be anything crazy, So that's certainly good. That's certainly good. I think they did cancel that marginal risk that we had for today because we did have one, I believe it was further south. I think it was in Tennessee, right? But we do still have that big one for Saturday, so for technically tomorrow. So we'll keep an eye out there for that, but not for Pennsylvania. This is more for the South. This is for my folks in the South here. Let's see here. Mark says, hi, what's up? Good to see you. Roby says, thanks for the update back to the movie so we can get some sleep. Sounds good, Roby. Thanks for joining. Found by Chance says, we had some freezing drizzle here in northwest Missouri. Let's see, might still be happening, but too cold to go look. Gotcha. Let me pull up current radar. I could tell you what we got going on here. So we pull up the current rate. It doesn't look like we really have a whole lot of anything going on right now. So I mean, at least from the MRMS radar here, the merge reflectivity from several radar sites, you can kind of see it doesn't really look like we have much going on over here in Missouri right now. But what I do notice here is how tight these isobars are. You see these lines? So they're kind of crammed together. That tells us that the pressure is dropping pretty quickly. Or in your case, the pressure is going back up because the low is moving away from you. So I'm sure it's pretty windy out there. Usually when you have compressed isobars like that, it means that it's pretty darn windy. Let me pull up RTMA analysis here. Maybe we'll pull up the wind gust just to kind of get an idea of what kind of winds we're seeing out here. Yeah, so I mean, it looks like from the RTMA, it looks like we could be gusting upwards of 30, maybe worst case scenario in some spots, maybe 40 miles an hour or so. So it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Let's see here. Squatchy says, thank you. You are very welcome, my friend. No problem. I got you. Found by Chance says, St. Joe, Missouri, around 9:30-ish. Gotcha. So yeah, if we were going back to 9:30, still didn't look like there was much shown on here. Huh. That's interesting. That's interesting. It's not. I mean, it's not popping up here. Yeah, because I mean, we are on the RRFS, or not. Sorry, not the RRFS. We are on the MRMS. Overall radar. This is like I said, this current radar here going on at the moment. But as you guys can see, right now West Virginia got a bit of activity, quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Like I said, these guys right here, all of these are warned for quarter-sized hail. Like I said, if you know anybody in West Virginia on the western side, these warnings are in place for Spencer, Ripley, also including Brighton, Cottageville, Pennsboro, Glendale, Ellenboro. Let's see here, Melbourne included here as well. So those are the main areas. Like I said, all these guys, they're warned for quarter-size hail. So basically just hail up to 1 inch in diameter here. So, I mean, it's not, like I said, nothing extreme with the hail, but, we do have that. All right, let's pull up, actually, I want to pull up the meso analysis. Let's pull up our meso analysis here. I'll bring you guys back over here. That way we can look at the, kind of just want to get a glimpse kind of what these conditions look like out here. So we have a little bit of instability. Yeah, I really wish these QTs went a little bit more. Like I could zoom into them maybe. All right, let's look at our lower level winds here. That's something I do want to look at. See, 850 millibar jet, pretty strong actually. 45 to 50 knots. So that was in the models. Definitely got some really strong lower level wind shear though. That's there. Mid-level flow, you can see the winds change direction, now moving further eastward. And we're about, it's hard to make out some of these barbs. They're really tiny. I think that's 75 knots. You have a flag there, 2 long sticks and a half one. That's 75 knots. Really fast mid-level flow. That's about 17,000 feet aloft. So pretty fast moving winds there. Surface base cape here. But yeah, like I said, not a lot of instability right now. Not a lot of instability. Which is good, obviously. If we had more instability, like I said, I feel like if we had more fuel, more unstable air, we'd be seeing much more nasty weather out of this. Pretty darn crazy. Scott says, hi, Andrew and everyone else. What is up, Scott? Good to see you, my friend. I don't know if I already said that or not, but I saw your comment a second ago. I was getting ready to comment on it, but or talk about it. But it's good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. But like I said, guys, if y'all have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I am more than happy to help. I do want to take a look at sats. We'll go ahead and bring up our satellite view here. Let me switch these guys if I can. Maybe. I don't know if I can. Here, we'll just remove this one here, and then I'll just get a satellite view. I'm curious. We should have a mesoscale floater here. Maybe I'll go to, let's see, geocolors. Try mesoscale floater 1. Here we go. Yep. So it's going to lag for a second while we load in all the data. So the good thing about mesoscale floaters is that they take a picture every minute. So we get some really high resolution, tons of data here to look at the satellite imagery. But I do want to pull up the long wave infrared view so we can kind of see that. Yeah, so you can see it's definitely thicker over like central Kentucky right now. Here, let's take a peek over at Kentucky on the radar. Let's see what we got going on out here. We'll hop over to KLVX radar out here by Louisville. Let's see here. Yeah, so we do have a little bit of convection going on. Right now, these guys ain't really severe per se, but we do have quite a few cells popping off for the most part. But right now all the severe storms is right here in West Virginia, mostly for hail and stuff like that. So. But like I said, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for West Virginia, including Spencer. Ripley's in the warning, but they're pretty much out of that storm, so that's pretty much good to go there. Cottageville, we do have that warning in place, and the storm is tracking in your relative direction. We do have Brighton included, also including portions of southern Ohio, including Cheshire, Addison, Pomeroy, Middleport, Mason, West Virginia. Yeah, we have quite a few severe warnings here in place. These are all for quarter hail, though. All for quarter hail. Actually, we just lost a couple of them. They did cancel that warning, that severe thunderstorm warning for Glendale, Ellenboro, and Pennsboro, also including Wick and Schultz, is now canceled. So they removed that one. Carrot says today was crazy, bro. One supercell just popped off. Yeah, I heard that. Unfortunately, like I said, I was in night mode. I've been in night mode for several days, so I've been here to do a lot of the nighttime stuff. I really haven't caught up too much of what happened earlier. I did hear though, somebody in my chat on our Discord server did say that there was possibly an unwarned tornado that dropped in West Virginia. So I really hope that everybody's okay with that. That is not good, especially being unwarned. It's like, not getting that notification to go to your shelter or whatever. But yeah, definitely not really good. Like I said, we're keeping a close eye on these guys here, though. I just noticed I could hit the up and down button to go up in altitude. Okay, that's really neat. I just figured out about this program. So you can see as we scan up higher and higher, the resolution goes down a bit. Very interesting. But once again, everybody, these warnings are for quarter-size hail. I do want to bring up our not a radar. I do want to bring up our models again here. Here, let's hop on back over here to the models. We'll take a peek and see what's going on here. Let's go back to, we'll go to HRRR. Got the latest 04 UTC run here. So it seems like we're kind of just, we're going to be seeing some scattered storms through southern Ohio, western West Virginia for a little bit. Then we approach our way over here into pretty much, 1, 2 o'clock. Still got some pretty decent storms up in Kentucky. Same thing for West Virginia. So, I mean, the storms are continuing. Excuse me. Then that goes through 3 o'clock. We go to 4, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So, yeah, then it all just kind of works its way eastward. I think it'll really start to die down here. I mean, a lot of the severe activity should be done by, like, at least 6 o'clock a.m., if not before. So, I mean, that's whenever everything starts to really kind of fade out and stuff. Here, let me grab it. Sounding here. This is 2 a.m. up in West Virginia. Yeah, definitely elevated storms. while we do have great veering wind shear, that would be good for tornadoes. The problem here is that the storms are elevated, meaning the storm base is really high up. For tornadoes, that's not a good thing. You want the storm base to be pretty low to the ground. And storm bases here, I mean, the bottom of the storm in this case would be right around like 4,000 feet, a little bit higher maybe. I mean, that's your lifted condensation level there. And then, of course, you go up to the EL. That's your equilibrium level. Pretty shallow top storms here, actually. About 24,000 feet, possibly. So the base starts at 4,000 feet, and it ends at 24,000. So, I mean, you only have about 20,000 feet worth of storm. But yeah, I mean, there's still enough instability and stuff like that. Our lapse rates here, 6.8 degrees Celsius per kilometer. I mean, it's steep enough for maybe some elevated convection, which is probably what we're seeing here. Just a bunch of tall thunderstorms. Once again, not good for tornadoes, so not worried about that. Not worried about tornadoes for West Virginia here, which is good. I think the most that would come out of this is hail. I think and that really lines up to kind of what we're seeing here now, just seeing a bunch of hail here. Let's I say hair. Seeing a bunch of hail. Let's take a look at Kentucky. So we're a little bit better, a little bit warmer on the surface here. Here, let's change it back up here. We're gonna go back to Imperial so we can see feet here. Yeah, storm base maybe a little bit lower, but still, I mean, 3,500 feet. Yeah, I think a lot of the tornado threat is pretty much done with, but still, I mean, we still do have some potential elevated convection there. With those storms that are firing off. I mean, so there's still room for storms, but I think the tornado threat is mostly done, which is good. I mean, I'm obviously happy to say that, but still, we could see some some hail and stuff like that. Maybe some gusty winds in some cases. But anyways, what's up, Max? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. All right, so we do have 4, or we did have 4. We're now down to 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. So this is for western West Virginia here. So for western West Virginia, it includes Brighton and Cottageville. We're under a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Once again, this is for quarter-size hail, so hail up to 1 inch in diameter. Includes Point Pleasant, Gallipolis. I'm not sure if I'm saying that. Pomeroy, Racine, New Haven, Mason, Middleport, Syracuse, Hartford City, Henderson, Cheshire, Mount Alto, it's not Lakin, is it? Oh gosh, Cottageville, and Latart. What's Latart? That's a very interesting name. Anyways, yeah, you guys are under a severe warning there for quarter-size hail. Actually, did we just get a new warning? We sure did. We got a new warning to the east out for Reedy, West Virginia, including Brohard, Smithville, Mellon. Yeah, I think that's it. And Grantsville. What's this for? Yep, quarter hail. Not surprised. And max wind gust here is 50 or less. So we are seeing likely not really anything damaging with the winds. We could have some strong gusts, but not really anything damaging per se. But yeah, the main threat here, obviously, like we mentioned, is hail. And you can see, I mean, some of these cores they're a little heavy. This is showing about 64 to 67 dBz, which that's definitely some pretty high echoes, pretty strong echo returns. What is Tennessee looking like? Tennessee's pretty clear from severe weather right now. But if we hop over to the models, we were actually looking out for some of those regions there. We'll likely see a little bit of storms roll through But these guys probably ain't going to be anything big. Definitely not really. I don't think anything tornadic per se. Yeah, we have a little bit actually of a capping inversion too. That could make storms really hard to fire there. But I mean, given that we do have that front there, storms still apparently fire. So with that being said, I mean, yeah, we will likely see a few storms, but I don't think they're going to be anything really big per se. Not really anything damaging, I don't think. So we'll probably see a little bit of convection out there. Anyways, hopping back here. Yeah, we are still likely seeing a little bit of hail out of these storms here. I'm sure we're seeing quite a bit of lightning activity here too. Let's bring back up our lightning here for a minute. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely seeing quite a bit of lightning. Wow, look at all those strikes here. These are all within the last 20 minutes. Goodness. Yeah, and then the yellow plus ones are the last 40 minutes, and then the red plus ones are the last 60 minutes here. Max said just rain and thunder. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much mostly what we're seeing there. I tell you what, though, we are seeing a lot of lightning, though. Even in Ohio too. We have a storm east of Columbus. We're gonna hop to the airport radar here, the TCMH radar. Quite a bit of lightning going on. Not nearly as much though as we have up here in West Virginia. Quite a bit. Carrot says, did I see the image that you sent in Discord? Most impressive we've seen in multiple months by a long shot. Really? Let me look in our Discord. By the way, guys, if you do want to, let's see here. If you guys do want to join our Discord, it should be in the description there, so you guys could check that out. Where did you send it in? Did you send it in? In weather chat? It looked like there were some storm chasers on it earlier. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. There you go. That was the image from earlier. I know it's kind of hard to make out. Yeah, definitely quite a storm. Max says, "Can I go look at the tornado reports today?" I can, absolutely. Here, let's bring back up our SPC. I do have the SPCs up here. Here we go. All right, we'll go back down to reports. Where's the reports? Here we go. Yeah, we'll see how many tornado reports that we had for today. If it'll load, that'd be nice. 20 years later. I wonder if it's because so many people are looking at it, or if it's just because the servers are running behind. Here we go. All right. So it looks like we had 5 tornado reports today. Although I will say this, 2 of them, yeah, I mean 2 of them were multiple reported. We have Effingham County, Illinois. We had 3 of them reported there. Corrects previously tornado report from Mason. Corrected location. Mobile home rolled over with occupants trapped. Holy cow. 3 houses with roof off. That's in Crawford County, Illinois. 3 miles southwest of New Hebron. Yeah, mobile home rolled over with occupants trapped. I really hope they're okay. Sheesh. Got a lot of hail reports. Dime to quarter size, a little larger than quarter size. Yeah, it doesn't look like our hail is too big. Well, we did have a 1.5 is the one that's the biggest one I've seen. Holy cow! We have apparently somebody injured here from damaging winds. First one says tree and power lines down along Mud Fork Road. Time estimated by radar. 1 injured. Corrects previous report. Thunderstorm wind damage from 1.5 southwest Watson. 7 vehicle accident due to thunderstorm winds. 1 injury. Sheesh. Let's see. Social media reported tree down. Thunderstorm report. Several power poles pushed over and leaning. That's not good. Large tree down on car. Large tree down. Several large tree limbs down. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, we did have from what it looks like, at least reports, tornado reports. We have two that I see, two confirmed tornadoes here. But like I said, some of these are duplicate reports. Like these top two, these are both for Effingham County, Mason. Very interesting. Let's see here. Any EF2 or higher, it takes time for them to go out and rate it. You know, we can't immediately tell what rating they are. The way that tornadoes are rated is once they've happened, of course, and they've gone through, usually the next day we have the National Weather Service surveyor teams. They go out and look at the damage. They look for weak points in the buildings or whatever. They just go through it. You know, they're engineers, and they see how the place was put together. They see how it looks, essentially, and they determine estimated winds based off the damage that the storm has caused, or the tornado in this case has caused. So I mean, it takes time. It takes time. What's up, country? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Bryson? Good to see you. Howdy from Southeast Kentucky. What's up? Good to see you. Yeah, you're going to be getting a little bit of storms here, but shouldn't be anything super crazy, I don't think. I think if anything, it might be a little bit of hail, but that's about it. Yeah, models, they do show a little bit of a line forming, possibly within the next couple of hours here. This shows like 3 a.m. from the HRRR on the latest run. A little bit of a line forming and rolling through. Let's see, what does the RRFS suggest here? Yeah, the RRFS kind of does show that line forming too within the next couple of hours. Let's see. I see 7 I sent on the Discord what I see. Gotcha. Let's see here. My friend is from Indiana. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Indiana, we're pretty much good to go. Things have calmed down a lot in Indiana here. Let's pull up the current radar. So yeah, here's our current radar. So we still have a little bit of convection going on, but nothing severe right now. Yeah, earlier we did have quite a few cells. Look at that. Yeah, we've had quite a few pop-ups, and you can see where the bigger cells were. Let's see. Are we going over the aftermath of the storms, tornadoes from earlier today? Yeah, that's what we were doing. Now I'm going back on the radar here. You can see. Is this the one that? Hold on a minute. This has to be the one big storm, right? Let's go back to see MRMS here. Dual polarization. We'll pull up a correlation coefficient. I wonder if I'll be able to see any of the. Oh, that's lovely. I mean, it's kind of hard to make out anything here. Goodness. Honestly, it would probably help if I actually put some town names here. Here, let's put up our town names. There we go. Here we go. That way we can see all these, all the town names here. What's up, Seahawk? Good to see ya. Let's see here. Okay, I'll have to leave since I'm already watching most of the storm. Oh, that's fine. Well, like I said, I was just going over it temporarily. I'm actually doing coverage right now too, of still what's going on. We were just for that moment going over what happened earlier. Like I said, I mean we're still doing coverage. But it was good seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see, Seahawk says all my friends are in here. Oh yeah. Oh shoot, we got a tornado warning. Oh, buddy. Okay. Really? All right. Well, we got a tornado warning in effect for Evans, West Virginia, including Ripley and Sandyville. Oh, buddy. Yeah, got a little bit of rotation there. I mean, this is 2,400 feet up. That's interesting. Yeah, from the models, it looked like the environment. Maybe that was. I think we were probably looking up further north. The environment was pretty elevated, which is interesting. But anyways, y'all. Bottom line, we got a tornado warning now in effect for western West Virginia, including Sandyville, including Evans, Ripley, also including Cottageville area, but the rotation's east of Cottageville, also including Reedy, West Virginia. Right in here is where that rotation is, southwest of Sandyville. Yeah, it is that rotation is tracking eastward here for the most part. So if you guys know anybody out there, give them a heads up. Let them know to go to their safe spots. This does include Jackson, Rowan, and Wirt counties in West Virginia here. So we'll definitely keep a close eye on that here. Let's pull up CC. I don't think that's a debris signature, honestly. I think that's... I know a lot of people how they probably mistake that for a debris signature. I do not think that's just some side lobe contamination there. Yeah, I mean, because... I'm honestly a little surprised that they put this here. But yeah, we'll definitely keep a close eye on it. Definitely. Can't forget about those other severe warnings here, too. We have another warning just east, severe thunderstorm warning east of that tornado warning, including Brohard, Smithville, Mellon, Grantsville. Let's see here, this one is for quarter-size hail. Torrential rainfall is occurring with the storm, too. Yep, so winds should not exceed 50 miles an hour on that one. Yeah, we got a new scan that came out here. Yep, so once again, everybody, if you're just tuning in, tornado warning in effect for western West Virginia. Once again, for Sandyville, Ripley, and Evans. So just be sure that you guys are in the old safe spots. If you have a basement or a storm shelter, go there now. If you do not, go to the central interior portion on the lowest floor of a building. Just the lowest floor in the middle of your home is where you want to go. And, just be sure to do that. And obviously, if you live in a trailer, it would be best to find a sturdier structure because trailers, they don't make the best shelter. So it'd be recommended that you go find somewhere else to take shelter. But this tornado warning will remain in effect here. Let's see, until 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern. So yeah, we have about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. Yeah, they didn't really issue it for super long, but it's there. So once again, everybody, heads up. It is a radar indicated threat, telling us that the radar has picked up rotation. Yeah, look at that. You can look at the NROT here. Kind of see where that's at. It's really interesting, though. Yeah, I mean, it seems like we have a little bit of a clear slot here. Assuming that's where a lot of the warm air is trying to flow into the storm here. And we're probably having a little bit of hail on this storm here too. Because, I mean, these areas are also inside of a severe thunderstorm warning as well. So, there is going to be maybe a little bit of a concern for some hail. Max says, is it on the ground right now? It is not confirmed to be on the ground. It could be on the ground, but, as of right now, it is a radar indicated threat. All that we know right now is that there's rotation going on within the storm. There is no confirmation as of now that it is on the ground. But still, confirmed or not, we need to treat it as equally. We still need to be in our shelters. Like I said, I don't care if a tornado is, if there's a tornado warning that's confirmed or if there's a tornado warning with radar indicated rotation, you need to treat them both the same because, they could quickly develop, and as quick as a blink of an eye, essentially. So definitely need to still treat them the same way. So once again, this does include Sandyville, West Virginia, Ripley, West Virginia, and Reedy, West Virginia. Now Evans and Cottageville is in the warning, but the storm is east of you now. So you guys are outside of that storm, but still, we're going to keep a close eye out there for the Sandyville area. It looks like that rotation is slightly southwest of Sandyville here. Here, let me. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to pull up the background here. So maybe that'll. There we go. Yeah, so we can kind of see, maybe if I zoom in, what kind of area we're looking at here. If it's mostly rural, if it's if it's relatively populated. Here, let's turn off the radar data for a minute. Yeah, this honestly looks like mostly rural areas. Yeah, Sandyville appears to be just maybe a little small town here. Yeah, we got a little bit. Yeah, we got a little bit of buildings here and there. A little bit of a neighborhood. All right, let's turn back on our radar again. Okay, so it looks like mostly passing south of Sandyville, where that main rotation's at. We'll have to keep a close eye on that. Let's see. James says, "Hey, it's a slipper guy here. I was quite a bit of rotation for a couple of scans on a storm I chased earlier. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a funnel, but it was raining so hard I couldn't see." Gotcha. Well, I'm glad to hear you're safe. Glad to hear you're safe. Once again, everybody east of that storm too, we're also watching that severe thunderstorm warning, quarter-size hail. I mean, like I said, pretty low end severe warning, but it's at the point where it's considered severe hail. To be classified as severe hail, it has to be quarter size or greater. And like I said, for it to be considered damaging winds within a severe thunderstorm, it has to be 58 miles per hour or greater. And neither of these severe thunderstorm warnings are warned for damaging winds. So wind should be less than 50 miles per hour. I've always wondered, obviously wind, but in a tornado, is it just a cloud that spins? So it is the debris from the tornado that makes it deadly? That is one of the main things, yes. And the strong winds in general is, enough to pick you up. That's a big part of it. I mean, it's a combination of things, but yeah, debris is the main part, the main thing you got to look out for. That's why it's important in straight line wind events too. That some storms could have debris. Because just how strong these wind gusts could be on some of these setups. Which is why even straight line winds could be a big problem. Let's see here. Love says you live in Ripley. Gotcha. Well, I mean, you're in the warning there. I mean, the way that I've always said it is, if you're in the warning, you need to be in your shelter. But I can tell you the main part that we're concerned about is northeast of you, and it is tracking away from you. So I think you'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, it honestly seems like the storm itself is just far to the northeast of you. It seems like that rotation here is just slightly south of Sandyville. Yeah, now it's just... I'm a little bit surprised that they put this warning here. But Weather Service obviously sees something that I've been probably missing here. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought the environment was pretty elevated. But yet again, I think I was looking further up north too. Maybe the environment changes quite a bit down there. Let's see. James says Crab Orchard, Kentucky has a very broad mezzo. Does it? All right, let's pull up Crab Orchard. Crab Orchard, West Virginia, or no, you said Kentucky. What am I saying? Here, let's hop over here for a minute. I don't know if it's just my color table here, but I don't really see much of anything. It could be the color table. Are you talking about like in here, maybe? Here, let's hop back over to GR2 for a minute. Crab Orchard is in. Okay, it's here. Let's drop south a bit. Oh, there we go. There's Crab Orchard. Yeah, you said it's broad though, right? So I mean, it's pretty wide. Yeah, I don't think it's really anything. All right, let's hop back here. Once again, everybody, we got a tornado warning in effect. Once again, for Sandyville, West Virginia, also including Reedy and Ripley. James says KJKL has always had a very weird velocity product. I don't know if it's the radar or what it is. I mean, it's the same data that's being displayed. So I mean, I don't think it's the radar itself. Ugh. I mean, it just comes down to the color table, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's see here. Tornado warning is it remains in effect until 1 o'clock a.m. for southwestern Wirtz, northwestern Rowan, and east central Jackson County. At 12:54 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Sandyville, or 7 miles northeast of Ripley, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado, and quarter-sized hail. Source, radar-indicated rotation. So, yeah, it's still a radar-indicated threat here. So that's about to be canceled. I don't see why they still have that warning in place. They're probably just going to let it expire. Then, of course, like I said, east of that, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Grantsville. A new one just got issued as soon as I said that for Grantsville. Let's see, Auburn, West Virginia, Cox Mills, and Leopold. Quarter-size hail. Oh, they did put a Tor possible on this one, though. Look at that. Tornado possible. Let's see, radar indicated max hail size, 1 inch in diameter. Interesting. Been up for the past 24 hours for some reason. Got you. Yeah, I was up for a while. I woke up just a bit ago. All right, there we go. Yep, tornado warning's now canceled. We are good to go, y'all. They also canceled that severe warning for Sandyville, Ripley, Evans, and Ravenswood. So, yep, we're just left with the one severe warning. But like I said, they did put a Tor possible tag on it. I don't know what kind of mess this is over by Grantsville, but we are also scanning now at about 3,700 feet. So we are scanning a little bit higher. All right, I'm going to get rid of the background again. There we go, background. I like it better without the without the background there. But anyways, guys, if y'all have any questions, be sure to let us know. But yeah, once again, tornado warning is now canceled. But definitely still want to keep a close eye on the environment here, just to kind of see what we're looking at. So the models, like we were mentioning, does show these grouping of storms up here in Kentucky maybe turning into a bit of a line, within the next couple of hours. Carrot says they are rotating, but they seem a little elevated. Yeah, that's what we were actually talking about here a little bit ago. Was that they do seem pretty elevated. The storm bases are pretty high. New tornado warning. Oh shoot! Oh yeah, we got a new one. All right, new tornado warning now in effect. Let's see. Oh, that's there. Yeah, they decided to extend that warning there. All right, so that includes Reedy and Anna Mariah. All right, so West Virginia once again. This is Reedy and Anna Mariah in West Virginia. I got a new tornado warning here in effect. This expires at, let's see, until 11:15. Yeah, they didn't really issue them for too long. This one's moving east at 50. Hazard tornado and quarter size hail radar indicated rotation. Let's see here. Yeah, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Yeah, we are scanning up here at about 2,600 feet. 2,600 feet. So, I mean, obviously we're getting some returns here. Well, I mean, we would anyways, even if there was rain, because yeah, I mean, rain goes all the way down to the surface. So even at like, if we were to even scan at 100 feet, there would still be precipitation. Because you got to remember that we're not scanning clouds. The radar doesn't scan clouds; it scans the precipitation within. So I mean, in theory, the base could be higher than what we're scanning here. Let's see. How is Richmond, Kentucky doing? Pretty fine. I mean, we don't have any warnings out right now in Kentucky in general. Although I will say this, though. We do have a special weather statement in effect. We have a few. Hold on. What is this about? Strong wind gusts. Okay, this one's talking about strong wind gusts, but we do have another one. This one's for storm. Yeah. We do have a special weather statement for Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Broaded, let's see here, McKee and Livingston. Special weather statement in effect for 41 minutes, wind 40 miles per hour. Yeah, wind gusts up to 40, so well below severe limits, but it's there. What's up, Kimnell? Is that how you say your name? Kimnell? Hopefully I'm saying it right. I apologize. But it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, so once again, tornado warning in effect, y'all. West Virginia for Reedy and Anna Mariah. Keeping a close eye on the storm here. Yeah, right now, like I said, it's a radar indicated threat, meaning that the radar has just picked up some rotation within the storm. I do want you guys to know, like I said, if you have a basement or a storm shelter, be sure to go there now if you're in the warning here. And, obviously, if you do not have a basement or a storm shelter, go to the central interior portion on the lowest floor of a building. So, in your home, go to the lowest floor possible in the middle of your home. So like a basement. Well, that would be if you have a basement, go there. But if you have like a closet or a bathroom in the interior part of your home on the lowest floor, go there. That'd be the best place to be. Once again, I mean, if you're in a trailer, you're going to want to ditch the trailer, go find a sturdier structure because the trailer it does the opposite of protecting you. Matter of fact, say if there was a tornado that was on the ground, say if it hit a trailer. It would be more dangerous to be in that trailer than honestly outside of that trailer. So I would recommend leaving trailers and go finding a sturdier building. And if there's nothing around you, go lay flat in a ditch and cover your head. That'll give you more protection, honestly. So just please be careful. And once again, if you are in a trailer, just go try to find a sturdier structure if you can. Steve Piper says, I'm pretty sure we're good. We do live on a hill, so. If you're talking tornadic activity for hills, that is a myth. I know there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who think that tornadoes cannot go on mountains and hills. That's a myth. They can. Obviously, I mean, West Virginia is a very mountainous state. There's a lot of mountains in West Virginia. And yeah, it is a myth. I want you guys to know that tornadoes, they absolutely can go in hills and in valleys and stuff like that. Let's see. Note to self, Alexa sucks for stuff. Yeah. But anyways, guys, if you're just tuning in, we do have an active tornado warning in effect. Once again, for western West Virginia, including Reedy and Anna Maria. These areas are in the warning here. Radar indicated threats. Once again, as of now, all we know from the storm is that we see rotation within it, and a tornado is imminent. It is expected. So, like I mentioned, this does include. Let's see here. Yeah, this tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of northwestern Calhoun and southern Wirt, northwestern Rowan, and east central Jackson counties, including the following locations of Lucille. Is that how you say that? You guys can see this too, so I mean, I don't know. I'm bad at pronouncing some names. Pee Wee, that's an interesting one. Reedy, Creston, Anna Maria, Leroy, and Monday. So those are the areas, those are the towns in the tornado warning here. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. I could literally read that blindfolded. I've said that so many times in my life. Also, this is very important too. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear a tornado. Take cover now. Definitely good to know. Yeah, like I said, just this is what I was explaining earlier. It's like you guys got to treat confirmed tornado warning or a radar indicated tornado warning the same. I mean, I don't care if it's been confirmed or not. There still is an imminent threat there. In which, whenever we see a rotating storm, that means that nature's not very happy. In which we do need to get to shelter. And in this case, we do see rotation within the storm, and therefore we do need to take shelter. So, anyways. See a tornado in Villonia quite a bit ago, went through many hills and stayed together, doing violent damage. I hate that it's a common myth that a lot of people think that, I mean, just because you're on a hill or you're in a valley means that you're safe. It's not always the case. Not always the case. I mean, tornadoes don't really care too much about terrain. I mean, I'm sure in some cases it can affect the inflow to some of these tornadoes, but it does not stop them. They can still go through. Let's see. Max says, I know I don't need to be worried, but can I go to sleep in Knoxville? Yeah, you're good. Yeah, Knoxville, Tennessee is fine. But anyways, but also east of that tornado warning, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Auburn, Cox Mills, let's see, Leopold, and Tanner. Also Grantsville included here too. Let's see, Piper says, should I go to my basement because my parents are still sleeping? You're not in the warning, are you? You said you're in Ripley, right? Yeah, I mean, Ripley's fine. You're good. You're good to go. I mean, you can go to sleep or do whatever you want. But no, I mean, as long as you're not in Reedy or Anna Maria, West Virginia, then I mean, you're pretty good for now. I mean, honestly, I think out by Ripley, I think your main threat's over with at this point. I mean, I think the models here. Let's hop over back to models real quickly. Because the storms are gonna, I mean, we do have some convection. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. We have the 04 UTC run here. We're gonna go to the latest run, which is the 04 that we have. So current time is 1 o'clock. So yeah, I mean, West Virginia's probably gonna see some more storms. I mean, as you can see here, the RFS does show, I mean, kind of a little bit of a line forming. That's kind of what we're waiting to see here. And it does show a little bit of a line developing. But we should be losing that warning here pretty soon, that tornado warning. The one for Reedy and Anna Maria, this is in effect here until 1:15 a.m. So, yeah, we got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes left on that warning here. But until then, like I said, just be sure you're in your safe spot. We'll see if they extend that warning or not either. I don't see any debris or anything like that on correlation coefficient, but like I said, I don't care if the tornado is confirmed or if it's just radar indicated. We still do need to be in our safe spot regardless. We still need to be in our shelters. We got quite a bit of lightning activity though on the storm to the northeast of it though. So this is that tornadic cell. And the one northeast of it, there's quite a bit of lightning activity, which includes Tanner, Cox's Mill, and Auburn. Also Leopold. Let's see here. Yeah, this is for quarter hail and that warning. They also, once again, do have a tornado possible tag, even on the storm to the northeast of that tornado warning. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see here. Ragtie says something is starting to hit us pretty hard right now. Southwestern corner of Pennsylvania, farmlands about 20 miles from West Virginia. Let me. It's kind of hard to see the radars because of all the clutter we have here. Are you over in this area here where these are? You're either in here, in these bands, or these bands here. I can assure you these guys are not a problem right now. Yeah, these are just normal storms. I assure you that you're okay out there. No active warnings or anything. Yeah, the only warnings that we have right now, we only have 2 active severe warnings in the U.S. at all right now. And one of those is a tornado warning, of course. The other is a severe thunderstorm warning, and they're both in West Virginia. Yeah, I mean, right now, we actually we have another warning that just popped up here. New severe thunderstorm warning. So that tells me the fact that they did not put that as a tornado warning, that tells me they're going to cancel the tornado warning more than likely, and they're just going to leave it at that. I bet you they put a tor possible on it though. There you go. Yep, tornado possible tag. I knew it. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. They're trying to lean off of the tornado warning here. But still have a tornado possible tag just in case if it tries to pull the nasty again, But we only have about a minute left on that one warning. Piper says, "I wish tornado sirens were a lot louder." Yeah, I mean, or just more of them, because they're pretty darn loud. They are pretty darn loud. You just got to be close enough to hear them. Which is also why it's really important that we have NOAA weather radios too. I mean, if you guys do not have one, I highly recommend you get a NOAA weather radio. Because some of them you can program, like the WR120. You can program, and they'll be specific for your county. So that way, if any part of your county gets a warning of any sort, it'll only go off if your county is included. Very, very important. So I'd highly recommend you getting one of those. Or even if you just want to hear all the warnings around you, you can set it to all as well. So I'm not a sponsor or anything like that to Midland or whatever, but I'm just saying it's very important. And, this is very important for you guys to have that. Let's see here. Scott, good to see you, my friend. Said, "Hi, Andrew. Burning the midnight oil with you tonight. Anything serious in North Georgia area, east of Atlanta this morning, please and thank you." So you're good for now. Today you're fine, but I will tell you this. Tomorrow for Saturday, out here by the Atlanta area, we do here. Let's hop over here for a minute. We do actually have a severe threat for the Atlanta area for tomorrow. So you can see that we do have a level 1 marginal risk included for northern Georgia. So we do need to look out for that. Let's see here. Tornado probs. We don't have. I don't think they updated the. Let's see. Or did they update the day 1 or? Sorry, the day 2 threat here. Let's pull up SPC real quickly. I want to pull it up from their site. So let's hop over back here for a moment. So yeah, tomorrow. Oh, they did update it. Okay. Although it's weird, we don't have the. Wait a minute. Oh, you know what it is? No, we actually have 2 different threats. Okay. That was weird. I thought they got rid of that threat. Maybe it was just in between updates or something, and it kind of messed me off, threw me off there. Okay, so for today, later today, guys, we do actually have a marginal risk here for severe weather. So yes, actually today we do have that threat. But good news, no tornadoes, not even damaging winds, maybe just a little bit of a hail threat is what we're in for here. But then we go into Saturday. So for tomorrow, we do actually have another marginal risk here covering a good majority of the state of Georgia. Same thing for South Carolina, southern North Carolina, bits of central and southern Alabama, and southern Mississippi. We do have a marginal risk here for severe weather. So, I mean, yeah, we're definitely, we're definitely seeing a couple of more days worth of severe weather. Shouldn't be as severe as today per se. You know what I'm saying? So, in terms of today, we do got to look out for maybe a little bit of hail within some of these cells. Here, let's bring back up our future radar here. This is the RRFS model. And so, yeah, I mean, later today, later this morning, you can see that we will be starting to see some showers and maybe some storms building in here. And they should be out pretty much by the late morning for the most part towards Atlanta area. Now, given the environment that we're in, if I was to grab a sounding here, just to kind of get an example of what's going on in the atmosphere, I mean, we do have decent wind shear. I don't really see any tornadic concern. Good amounts of moisture, lower 60 dew points. We have enough instability, enough unstable air. There's really not a lot, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of instability, but there's a little bit. There's enough to allow for maybe some storms to obviously fire off, as the models do suggest. So with that being said, I mean, yeah, we definitely got to keep an eye on it. Our lower level lapse rates are pretty high, from 950 to 850 millibars. So, I mean, that's closer to ground. That's not super high up. Our lapse rates are a little bit high there. So, very, very, very low-topped storms here for this morning. So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, what you could expect, maybe a couple of instances. Some of the storms around could be producing maybe some hail, but I mean, other than that, tornadoes or damaging winds not really expected. Speaking of tornadoes, however, we do have. Hold on a minute. Technical difficulties. Are we good now? Are we back? Oh, I think my whole radar program just crashed. Okay, that's lovely. Are we still there, you guys? I think we're good. Here, let's restart my program here. Yeah, my radar software decided it wanted to give out on me. So, y'all, if you could let me know in the chat if we're still running good, it would be much appreciated. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But anyways, what I was saying though is that tornado warning is now canceled. However, we still do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Anna Maria and Grantsville. Also, another warning for Cox Mills, Auburn, and Leopold, which these guys once again are still for quarter hail, quarter size hail. But they do have tornado possible tags on them too, though. So we'll keep a close eye on it. Let's see, we're still good. Okay, good. I was gonna say I don't know what happened there. Everything froze for a minute. Oh my goodness. Anyways, but like I said, guys, if y'all have any questions or anything, be sure to let us know. But yeah, I mean, later today we do have a little bit of a severe weather threat. For portions of Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, southern Tennessee, Georgia. Bits of northeast Louisiana. But yeah, day 3 here for Saturday. So really tomorrow. I think we're going to have a little bit more of a concern because at this point, we actually are going to have potential for damaging wind gusts here for Saturday, across portions of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye out there for Saturday's threat here as well. And if we go down in time, yeah, you can see, we get this cold front that rolls through, but then, quickly we get more warm, moisture-filled air advancing back into the region, which is going to allow for, some more storms and stuff. Like if we were to bring up the 0 UTC run, to go a little bit further down in time, you can see how, really on Saturday we get even more storms. We get the first wave, we briefly go behind this cooler, drier air mass, and then we get more northerly advection, more moisture starts building in, which definitely builds back in some more storms here. Yeah, which the models, at some point for the afternoon, evening of Saturday, it does show kind of eventually a little bit of a line kind of developing here, which is interesting. The HRRR, we looked at this a little bit ago. HRRR actually agrees on it as well, which is very interesting, showing that kind of line developing. So a bunch of scattered storms, following maybe a line could develop out there. Here, let's... What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to grab a sounding here. I'm just kind of curious to see the environment here. Really good moisture, 65-degree dew points here. Really strong wind shear, especially in our mid-levels here. More instability, more higher top thunderstorms this time, because you can see the instability does go all the way up here to higher altitudes. It would be a lot better. Let's see here. Jack says, let's see, the storm is coming right my way. You have a severe thunderstorm warning. Well, be careful, dude. Be sure you're in your safe spot, or, I should at least say away from windows. You should be fine. Obviously, it's not a tornado warning or anything like that, but, you should just be away from windows. There is quite a bit of lightning activity, especially by the storm out here by Leopold. Definitely quite active. This warning should expire here. Let's see. Pretty soon, until 1:30 a.m. So yeah, we have about 7 minutes left on this warning up by Leopold. There is a second severe thunderstorm warning just issued. Where is it? These are the only two that we're seeing here now. Yeah, we only have two. We have one for Callhound, Gilmer, Rowan, and Wirt County. Other one's for Doddridge. Oh, there it is. There it is. That must be it. Took a minute. Took a minute to pop up. There we go. Yep, got a new warning, which includes... so, by the way, guys, this is up in north central West Virginia. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Allum Bridge. Let's see here. Weston, McWhorter, Jane Lou, Lost Creek, and West Milford here. Let's see here. So, quarter-size hail... They did not put a tornado possible tag on this one. We could see some gusts up to 50 miles an hour. So, we could get a little bit of gusty winds out of it, but nothing considered severe per se. Let's see here. Yeah, the southern warning out by Grantsville and Anna Maria also expires here in about 6 minutes from now. Let's see. You're watching for your buddy in Indiana because he's asleep. Gotcha. Yeah, Indiana should be pretty good. We do have a little bit of convection going on right now. We're going to hop back over here to the radar. Nothing really big. Honestly, a lot of this is kind of faded out for the most part. Yeah, I think Indiana at this point is good. West Virginia, though, still kind of need to look out for West Virginia just a little bit. Here, I'm gonna go grab my coat real quickly. It's a little cold in here. It's right here actually. Hold up. But yeah, so those two warnings are about to expire there, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that new one. Jackson says, let's see, big lightning near me. Yeah, so would recommend that you stay away from windows. Because you don't want to be anywhere. Anywhere near the windows, because it could be a bit of an issue. Let's see. Squashy says, look like there's slight rotation near Merritt, Ohio. Let's see. We'll pull up Ohio real quickly. Where is Merritt? Here, let me pull it up. Merritt, Ohio. Here we go. All right, Merritt, Ohio is... Oh, yeah, that's barely even Ohio. Um, where is Merritt? Hold on, it had me there. Merritt, Ohio. Yeah, it's all right. Merritt's right here. Well, the convection actually seems east of Merritt. That's up by Chester, I think. Uh, good radar software per se. But yeah, I've had a GR2 for a bit. Tessa says watching for my friends in my class. My cousin, which my class had to go to her grandma. Okay, I think we're back. Are we good? I think we're I think we're back, dude. I don't know what's going on with my internet, man. It's kind of cutting out here. I think we're chilling. Y'all, let me know if we're good again. If it's cutting out. See, the fire looks cozy. Yeah, it is. It is nice. Yeah, Tessa, I know I'm lagging. I know I don't know what's going on. It said I dropped connection for a minute, but it looks like it's back now. So I don't know what was going on there. We're back. Okay, good. Let's just hope it doesn't do that again, because that's not very nice Wi-Fi. Anyway, so severe thunderstorm warning in effect for West Milford, also including Lost Creek. Let's see, also including McWorcester, Jane Lou, Weston, Allum Bridge, and Lawrence. I think it's how you say that. Let's see. YouTube's been acting up all day. It could even be YouTube, honestly. Maybe their servers or something. Okay, good. Thank you all for for the reassurance that we're good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Let's just hope, knock on wood, let's hope it does not go out. That would be terrible. Your house just vibrated. That's not good. Yeah, like I said, these still pretty darn active bits of lightning within the storm here. I mean, you can see all these lightning flashes here. I mean, if I was to let's see, turn off the radar data for a minute. I mean, you could see that we have many flashes. The white little lightning symbols, those are lightning strikes within the last 20 minutes. The yellowish orange plus signs, those are within the last 40 minutes. And then the red ones are within the last hour, essentially. So, I mean, you can kind of see the track of the lightning here. Thank God we have a backup generator. Yeah, that's definitely really helpful. That's for sure. Why is it so windy here in Alabama? So let's hop over here. We'll bring back up our view over here. Okay, so we do have. You can see these ISO bars. So each one of these lines equals basically shows you where pressure is constant, right? So the pressure, the further south you go into Alabama, the higher the pressure is, the further north you go, the lower the pressure is. So the reason why it's been a little bit windy is because we have this system rolling through, and the pressure is changing, which is allowing for the winds to kick up quite a bit. It's kind of the same for a lot of people with this system, especially up in like Iowa right now. I'm sure it's pretty darn windy, being on the backside of this low. The closer your ISO bars together it tells you that the pressure is changing rapidly over a shorter distance, and because of that you're increasing your flow, which the winds obviously are really kicking up. So, I mean, you can see that we do have quite a few. We have quite a few ISO bars. They're not super squished together, but their pressure is definitely changing, and that's what's causing some of these winds. So, anyways, see, at least my power's not out in the rain, lightning, or wind. Yeah, that's definitely good. I was gonna say, please don't jinx yourself. That would be my luck. I would say something like that, and then it's like, then it would happen. You know, it kind of did the other day because we had a line of storms come through Florida, and I was telling my mom, I was like, watch this storm knock out our power. It did knock out our power, but it knocked out my internet for 4 hours. So I mean, I kind of jinxed myself there. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of did. Anyways, I got one active warning, you guys. Like I said, we're just kind of chilling here. We got one severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Doddridge, Gilmer, and Harrison counties. This includes the towns of Allum Bridge, Weston, Jane Lou, McWhorter, Lost Creek, West Milford, and Lawrence. So heads up to you, my folks. We are in effect here for the warnings here for quarter-sized hail. Let's see here. We could see some wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. But other than that, yeah, it's mostly just a hail concern. We'll definitely keep an eye on these other cells, though, too. I do want to watch them pretty closely. The ones behind. I mean, yeah, West Virginia. Ooh, hold on a minute. Whoa, buddy, we got a severe warning in Kentucky now. Why can't we just have tornadoes during the day? Yeah, I agree. It'd be better than at night. You know, nighttime tornadoes are the worst. They are the worst. Anyways, new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for, this is actually in Kentucky, for east central Kentucky. McKee, let's see here, Drip Rock, Sand Gap, Idema, I think it is, Bettyville, and Boonville. This one's actually warned for damaging winds. This one's for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. Tornado possible tag and max hail size up to penny-sized hail. See, now this is more of a mainstream severe warning. So we'll keep an eye on this one. We'll watch it. Let's see here. Carrot says new warning Kentucky. Yeah, we got it. Tessa says we had one in the day for me. What, power outage or what? Jack says there's a discussion for flash flooding, mesoscale precipitation discussion 0 to 4. Gotcha. I think I'm not sure if there's any mesoscale. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say I'm not sure if I can pull it up on here, but apparently we can. Maybe that's just like convective mesoscale discussions instead. Yeah. One thing I do want to look at since we're here, I do want to pull up our excessive rain outlook here for today. And we do have a marginal risk here for day 1. So yeah, these areas here are in a little bit of a excessive rainfall threat, which is a relatively low end threat, but could be a problem for areas prone to flooding. Day 2, we don't have anything really going on. Yeah, so for later today, nothing really going on. Day 3, nothing. Day 4, nothing. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. Yeah, day 4, we do have a marginal risk here for Northern California, a little bit of Oregon coast. See, day 5, more out west, and then day 6. Actually, day 6, or sorry, 3 days. This is 3 day. Whoops. There is no day 6. All right. Anyways, we're getting hammered right now. This is ragtime. Well, be careful out there. Is there any specific area you want me to look? But like I said, the new information, the new breaking news is we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in eastern Kentucky for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's like a group of multi-cells. Sea showers, occasional line segments are in the area with severe storms. But yeah, this event's kind of like a little bit of everything. We had a bunch of just pop-up storms, and we have little line segments. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, so hopping back over here to West Virginia, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Weston, Lawrence, Jane Lou, McWhorter, Lost Creek, West Milford, West Virginia. This is kind of the north central side of West Virginia, which includes those areas we just talked about. But this is for quarter-sized hail up to 1 inch in diameter. No tornado threat on it, or no tornado tag, I should say. And max wind gusts should be no greater than 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The other severe warning we have, this one's up in eastern Kentucky. This includes McKee, Sand Gap, Dirty Rock, Drip Rock. That's what it is. Well, I keep messing up that town name because there's a little piece of lightning in the way. You see that little indicator? It keeps getting in my way. All right, Drip Rock. Let's see, Idame, Boonville, and Bettyville. There we go. Now, this one's actually warned for damaging winds. This one's warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Had everything but a derecho. Everything but the Dorito. Yeah, it's been quite a mode, I'll tell you that. Can I check on 40475? Yes, I can. I can do that for you. Here, let's switch on back here. Oh, okay, yeah, you're up in Richmond. Gotcha. Yeah, so you're northwest of the warning. You're not under any severe warnings or anything like that. But yeah, you're fine. You're fine. We have a little bit of pop-up showers, towards your area here, but you can see that main cell is to your east. Yeah, if you have that main storm, that's to your east there. See, when I was 4, there was a tornado. The day that made my trampoline fly. Oh, that's not good. I'm glad you're okay though. Shoot, that's crazy. Yeah, that's not really good. Trampolines are notorious for going airborne. They are just known for it. You know why? Because they're so light and they have a lot of surface area. So the winds can easily get up underneath them and push them up. I mean, they're really they're light in comparison to the surface area they have, essentially. Hopefully Mayfield's okay. Mayfield's fine. Yeah, if we hop back to the main radar, you can see just the whole big picture. The main line of the storms here is past Mayfield. Mayfield's well away from the storms here. But you know what? You can kind of see that little line there. It looks like we're starting to get some storm activity up in Louisiana and Mississippi here. Definitely starting to get a little bit. Huh. Let's see. Really impressed by the PDS tornado earlier. I wouldn't be surprised to hear more crazy stuff. What happened with it later? Gotcha. Yeah. I wasn't there for that one, unfortunately. Severe warning in McKee, Kentucky. Yep, we're watching it. That's we got on here on the radar right here. McKee and Idame, also Bettyville and Boonville included. They really want to fly like balloons. Yeah, they do. Actually got another cell to the west of that severe warning here, out by Eubank and Science Hill. Not severe, but worth keeping an eye on. Jack says, of course, AT&T has to go down right this of all times, it chooses now. Anyways, taking a look back over here in West Virginia for a moment, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Weston, McWhorter, Jane Lou, West Milford, Lost Creek. This one's not for damaging winds, but it is for hail, quarter-size hail. We could get a little bit of gusty winds out of it, some wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour or so, but not really anything significant per se. So that's good. Here, let's hop back over here. So yeah, this is the big picture. You can see where the convection is. Yeah, some of our heaviest storm activity right now is between a little bit of West Virginia, even Ohio. So we have a little bit of a storm out here. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Obviously, eastern Kentucky is starting to convect pretty good from what it looks like. Do I think the line coming up from Tennessee to Kentucky will be severe? This line here, I mean, Here, let's hop back over here. I do want to look at these cells here real quickly. I mean, they don't seem severe right now. But we'll watch them. We'll watch them. I think the main threat right now is between East Kentucky and West Virginia. Let's see. All right, let's bring back up our Eastern KY radar. Yeah, the good news is that, we have a pretty close radar to the storm here, so we can really see. Here, let's look at velocity here. We are seeing... obviously no rotation here. They didn't have a tornado possible on that. They do. They do have a tor possible on that storm. Okay. Yep, so on that Kentucky severe thunderstorm warning here, they do have a tornado possible tag on it. So, yeah, we're going to have to look out for that. It doesn't mean that a tornado will happen. It just means that the environment is, tornadoes can develop within these storms. The environment is capable of them. I'm going to grab a sounding from earlier. This was observed. This was a weather balloon launch from earlier. So this was 7 p.m. earlier. Obviously this was a while ago. The environment doesn't look super bad. There's a little bit of an inversion there earlier. Good moisture. Really strong winds. Some pretty good veering winds there, you could see. Yeah, it wasn't super bad of an environment, but that was also, a while ago. That was also at like this time before anything was even popping off. So, but the environment's there. Hearing some wind. Still mostly rain though. We'll be careful. Brock says, what's happening in Adena, Ohio? Let me pull up Adena. All right, so Adena, we have a little shower. Little rain shower. Yeah, these guys ain't anything to worry about over here. We do have a flood warning, though, for kind of southwestern Ohio. Got some heavy storms coming through. Between 1 and 2.5 inches of rain has fallen. An additional amount of 0.5 inch to 1 inch is possible. Could cause a bit of flooding. See, the thunder's getting a bit louder. Gotcha. Yeah, just like I said, stay away from windows if you can. I would definitely recommend it because you don't want to be near windows when there's lightning outside. I really wish they added warnings to Aguacero. I'm sure they're probably going to do it at some point. But yeah, Brock, like I said, really not a whole lot going on right now. Special weather statement issued. Where is that for? Oh, up here in West Virginia. How much longer do we have on that severe warning? We have till 2 a.m., so we have about 14 minutes left on the West Virginia storm here on that severe warning. So we got 14 on that. Or sorry, whoops. Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. They actually just canceled the West Virginia storm. Oh, was it this one I was looking at? Okay, no, yeah, it's the one in Kentucky that it expires at 2 a.m. Okay, so the one in West Virginia already did expire, so they replaced that with a special weather statement. Country says, I have a question if you got time. Of course, yeah, just let me know. What the heck, Tessa? How late am I staying up? I have no idea. I got no clue. I've been up for, we've been streaming here almost 2 hours. We've been here for a minute. I might take a break here in a minute, though, you guys. We might go on standby for a moment. But I mean, I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. Like I said, I wanted to be here during the nighttime for a little bit. Do I know if the Bloomington, Indiana fire is still staging? Because my friend is on the shift tonight and I haven't heard from him. The only thing I can do is check satellite imagery to see if there's any activity. Bloomington, Indiana. Okay. Here, let's pull this up. Satellite. We'll go to fire temperature. You know, I really don't see. I mean, anything on satellite, I'm not really seeing here. Let me. I want to make sure that it's actually loading data. Okay, we are loading data. Here, let's bring you guys over here too. So, looking at the fire temperature, I don't see anything. Yeah, I mean, I really can't tell you much other than that. But from what it looks like, it doesn't look like we have anything fire going on in Indiana. Sounds like a waterfall outside. Yeah, sure. All right, they updated the severe warning, guys. Severe thunderstorm warning for Bettyville, Ida May, and Boonville. He's on the fire department. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any fires or anything on satellite imagery, so I'm not too sure. I mean, there's really not a whole lot more I could tell you. Actually, there was this one website that I used a long time ago during those really bad fires in LA last year. Forgot the name of the site. Watch Duty, I think it was, right? Yes, that's it. All right, I can pull it up for you. There we go. Yeah, I don't see anything up there in Indiana, out there by Bloomington area. We do have a lot of fires though up in the central. Holy cow! Yeah, some of these are pretty big. 283,000 acres. The Ranger Road fire. Wow. But yeah, I don't see any fires up in Indiana. I think we're good. I think we are chilling. Anyways, all right, let's hop back over here. Let's see. So I was concerned. That's understandable. I get it. I need to buy me a better chair, dude. I'm not even gonna lie with you guys. This chair I'm sitting in is so uncomfortable. That's why I might need a break here soon. It's so uncomfortable, dude. Especially for these long coverages, man. It's like, shoot. All right. All right, so right now, like I said, we have a severe warning in effect for Bettyville, Ida May, and Boonville. This is in effect for 60 mile per hour wind gusts. We do have a tornado possible tag on it. Max hail is 0.75 inches in diameter. And max wind gust is 60 mile per hour. Hashtag gaming chair. Get a gaming chair. I will when I have enough money to do so. Unfortunately, those things are expensive. They are expensive. I used to have a nice red one on the channel years ago, and then it broke. Max says, I know I've asked for 400,000 times, but the line forming in Tennessee will be non-severe, right? Right now, it's not severe. I mean, we're not in the risk here this morning, I don't believe. Here, let me pull up this PC again. Day one. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Let me actually bring up SPC real quickly. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We're actually going to bring you guys over here. So, And the way that they have this update thing, it's a little different. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So day 1 today, we don't have anything. This is for Friday, Saturday. We're good. It's weird. They haven't updated all their products yet. But yeah, Tennessee will be all right. I don't think we're expecting any. I don't think we're going to see anything severe out here. If we do, I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised. All right, come on, warning. We got this one warning, dude. I think whenever this warning expires, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Probably about 15 minutes or so. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Not yet, but whenever this warning expires, which we have about 8 minutes left. Yep, so right now it expires at 2 o'clock a.m. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, radar indicated threats. Like I said, they do have a tour possible tag on it. Here, let's look at velocity on that. I mean, I don't really see any rotation going on within the storm, so I think we're good. So no imminent tornado danger or anything like that, which is good. The SPC update comes out at 2:30, I think. Does it? I think it's different per product. Like different products update at different times. The next day one outlook is scheduled by 13 UTC. Yeah. All right, so we're not getting that for a while. Day 2 updates at 17:30 UTC. It's currently 06. So yeah, we're not getting that either. Day 3 updates by this one's coming out at I don't think 2:30. I think it's coming out at 3:30. 3:30 is when it comes out, I'm pretty sure. AMW says I'm writing that warning. Are you? Well, stay away from Windows if you could. You're okay, picture this. Out of everywhere in the United States, you are in a warning and everybody else in the country is not. Because it's literally the only warning that's listed right now. We just have the one severe thunderstorm warning here in Still, Jackson, Lee, and Owsley counties. So, yeah, you're literally where you're at. You're in the warning, and literally everybody else is not. That's wild. You're the only warning in the U.S. right now, and you're in it. Just looking at the Bloomington tornado, we had a tornado emergency threshold, but definitely a weekend before town. Wow. Oh, that's good that a weekend before town. It's terrible. I guess I wish I was there earlier for it, but like I said, I've been total night mode lately. You know, I've been up all night, asleep all day for the most part. So yeah, I mean, it's my schedule is not the best right now per se. But yet again, I mean, I do like covering the nighttime. You know, it's really good to be here at night to help you guys out. It's really important, and I just want to make sure you guys are staying safe out there. And you know, if I can help in any way, I will. But we're just left with the one warning. Come on, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You know, I'm gonna show you guys something pretty cool. Some of you guys have seen this before. Some of you have not. I'm about to blow some of y'all's minds. Ready for this? So we're gonna grab what we call a volumetric scan of that storm. Wait, why is it not? Hold on a minute. What the heck? Why is it not overlapping? There we go. So here's a volumetric scan of the storm so we can see it in 3D. So it's a big cube. So that's that severe warning here. You can see 30,000 feet. KFT is kilofeet, which is 1,000 foot. So 20 KFT is 20,000 feet. But yeah, storms, you can see the storm goes up to about 30,000 feet or so. There you go. Isosurface. That's where a lot of the heavy core is. A lot of the heavy precipitation is. Lift volume. We'll bring this up. We'll kind of filter out the lower DBZ. There you go. So you can really see where a lot of that heavier rain is. Super interesting. Very cool stuff. I always love the volumetric modes. Second special weather statement in West Virginia. Oh yeah. Whoa. Actually, we got quite a few. Special weather statements. All in. We got one in or several in Eastern Kentucky, as well as northern West Virginia here. Huh. We also got a flood watch in effect here too for West Virginia and southwest and kind of western Pennsylvania. So quite a bit. Quite a few. I'm going to slice it. Oh, they actually got rid of the warning, did they? Yep, they did. Okay. All right, y'all. You know what that means. We have a clean slate. No active warnings at the moment. So I tell you what, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Y'all don't go nowhere. It's be a good time to grab a midnight snack or a drink or something like that. We'll be back here at 2:15 a.m. We'll continue up where we left off here. Just want to take a little bit of a break to myself. I'll leave the stream running. Don't worry about that. But we'll have it looping on the radar for you guys. You guys, I guess we'll do the Aguacero radar so you guys can kind of see the big picture, you know. But yeah, we'll be right back. We'll be back here shortly. Actually, I might overlay satellite with it too. We'll do east and we'll do geo color. And we'll put the we'll put the reflectivity on top. There we go. We'll have this running for you guys. Like right there. And we'll play back the last 12 hours. There we go. All right, so this is going to be the view you guys are going to see for a minute. I'm also going to keep up this radar too so you guys can see everything. But all righty, folks. I'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. So hope to see you guys then, and we shall be back. We shall be back. See you guys in a few minutes. Alrighty, everybody. We are back here. Good to see you guys. All right, I think we're back now. Oh my goodness. All right, I think we're good. Maybe. Y'all let me know if we're here or not. There we go. Okay, now we got this back. All right. Oh. Okay, are you gonna work now? There we go. All right, y'all. Good to see you guys. Are we back? Let me know if we're back here. You can see me now. Okay, good. Dude, I got so upset just now because literally as soon as I hit my camera to turn it on, the entire application just closed out. It's like it just hard crashed. It's like, dude. But I think we're back. I think we're good. Let's see here. Y'all let me know if we're chilling or not, all right? I am turning off that light though cuz it's a bit much. Anyways, see, very scared in Manchester, Kentucky. Right now, not much happening, but bad anxiety. I got you, Bryson. It'll be all right, dude. We'll get through it. Here, I'll look at Manchester for you, and I'll see what we got going on out here by you. Manchester. Okay, so there is a severe thunderstorm warning to your northwest. You're not in it though. You're not actually in the severe warning here. Yeah, I think you'll be all right. I think everything will be okay. We do have that warning though in effect here. This is a relatively new warning that got issued while we were gone. This includes Livingston, Kentucky, Annville, Kentucky. Let's see here. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. They do not have a tornado tag on it. So it's just for gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour here. We also do have 0.75-inch hail. So, anyways. Ponderosa, why are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me because my streaming software crashed on me? Oh, man. All right, we got a pretty decent little line, though, hitting the radar site now. Let's see here. Max says if you can you stay live till 4 or 3:30 in live stream setup overview? Huh? I mean, I'll stream as long as I can. I mean, we've already been live over 2 hours. So. But I'm not sure what you mean by live stream setup overview. Anyways, y'all. So we're going to hop back over here. So here is the latest radar view. We're going to go ahead and actually pull this up to the latest. So we do have a bit of a line that's developing. You can kind of see here. Bits of eastern Kentucky. We do have that that heavy little line there that's starting to impact that radar site. But the convection does go down through Tennessee, even into Mississippi, it looks like. Obviously, we're still watching West Virginia here as well. We do have not any severe warnings anymore, but we do have still quite a few storms rolling up, especially for that northern portion of West Virginia here. So, Max, we're not going to do that today. But anyways, yeah, we do have quite a bit of lightning though still going on up there, although not severe currently. Let's see. See, that's good. I'm glad it got changed. It was in the tornado possible at first. Oh, was it? I got you. Well, yeah, we're no longer in the tornado possible tag here. Let me check. Yep, you're right. There was a tornado possible tag on it beforehand. And you can see the new update, they removed that tag. So we're good. We be good. Can you please check on Wayland, Kentucky? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, let me pull it up for you, my friend. We'll see what we got going on. Wayland is... Okay, so Wayland is good for now, but the line is working towards you. It'll still be a little bit before you do get the storm. But we are definitely... probably going to be feeling some type of storm activity here within the next hour or so. Now, I will tell you this. There is going to be a little bit of a shot for maybe some strong to potential severe storm activity here. But honestly, I think you'll be all right. You know, the main thing here is just looking out for mostly gusty winds and stuff like that. You know, definitely could contain maybe some gusty winds. I think the main tornado threat is over with, like I said before. But, you know, like we mentioned here, damaging winds is probably going to be the main thing here. I mean, we'll still keep an eye out there for tornadoes. I mean, obviously, just if there's a warning that gets issued, be sure to go to your safe spot here. All right, we're going to actually overlay our cities again so we can actually see where we're looking at on the map. It might actually be pretty useful if we do that. Anyways, Max says I'm the only guy from Tennessee in your stream. That's crazy. You don't know that. You don't know that. Do I know what time it'll be in Wayland? So I can pull up models for a moment. Models, I mean, they're not the best, but they'll might help. Here, let's do this. We'll do RRFS. We'll load up the latest run. We'll do precipitation, composite reflectivity. We're gonna have to. I don't know why it keeps removing my my cities here. Here we go. So you're out. All right, you're near Pikeville, right? So you're a little bit west of Pikeville. Ah, there you are. Okay, so you're right here. You're right there. I'm gonna put that little marker there, maybe. There we go. Okay. I just did that so the marker would stay. So you can see that's where you're at here. So the model here, this just really goes to show you that the models are not perfect. But the main line of storms should be rolling through by 5 a.m. according to this model. Here. Let's pull up the HRRR here. Like I said, it's good to get some model, a little bit of variety here. Yep. So the HRRR shows you getting this around 4 or so. But they look very different than what's actually going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'd say within the next hour or two, you'll probably be getting that line. I mean, you are still a little ways away out. It'll at least be an hour. Here, let's bring it back over here. So yeah, you're over here. The main line's over this way, and all of this is kind of tracking relatively eastward. It'll probably be this stuff over here that'll eventually come over towards you. So it'll be a little bit. Max says, I'm positive. See, I ain't seen one person ask about Tennessee. Yeah, there's been people. There's been people in Tennessee. Let's see. Self is in Tennessee. See, there you go. James says we got real bad strikes. Real bad here. 2 strikes of lightning really close to my house. Knocked out power for a few moments. Saw a flash and everything. Wow. Please be careful out there, dude. Oh, we got a new warning. Let's hop back over to my radar here, y'all. So we did just have that. They did just cancel that severe warning in Kentucky. Here, we'll bring that back up. The warning for Livingston and Annville, Kentucky, they did just remove that one. However, we now have a new severe thunderstorm warning in southwestern West Virginia, including Lenore, West Virginia, Holden, Logan, Mitchell Heights, Chapmanville, Peach Creek, Logan. I think I already said Logan, but you get the point. Hutchinson, and Switzer. Let's see, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter hail on that one, and a tornado possible tag. Okay, now this is one of the more the more bigger ones that we've seen today, or that we've seen so far in the stream. But yeah, we do have quarter hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and the potential tornadic activity on it. We are scanning about 4,000 feet up here. There's no immediate danger for tornadoes, but there is, like I said, a tornado possible tag. It means that, tornadoes are possible. They're not imminent as of now, but they can't be ruled out. So we'll just keep an eye on it. See, look at Richmond. You can see the Bolt. I live near downtown. Was that Richmond KY? Oh yeah, I see that actually. Look at that. You can see those lightning. All that lightning nearby. So these are the ones that you probably got, huh? These guys. Wow. Well, I tell you this though. After this little thing rolls out of the way, you'll be good to go. It'll really calm down. Because that cooler air on the backside is starting to take back over. More drier, more stable environment behind you. See, Jack says, I've never got a tornado in West Virginia with my 20 years of living here. Wow. They do happen, though. They do happen. I'm glad you didn't, though. See, it was one there right next to an auto repair shop. Man, that was insane. I bet. I bet. We actually had one like that the other day here in Florida. We had that line that rolled through. And it was pretty crazy. It was actually pretty wild. I mean, we had that's the one I was telling you guys earlier that knocked out my internet for a while. Literally, I told my mom, I was like, watch this storm knock out our power. It didn't, but it knocked out the internet. So, yeah, it'd be like that. But yeah, no, it was crazy, because I had the door open too, because I was getting ready to film. I was literally getting ready to hit record, and then bam, we had a nice CG lightning strike hit. And it was loud. It was loud. The cats that were inside booked it to under the bed immediately. I mean, as soon as it made that noise, I just see them all like running. They're doing burnouts on the hardwood floor and stuff. They weren't doing burnouts. You get what I mean? They were like running. They're scrambling. Man, they were trying to get under that bed. Can I blame them though? I mean, just a random loud noise like that'd be scary. I mean, 'cause you don't know. I mean, cats doing burnouts, that's a new one. Let's see. Thought snow and rain because it's supposed to be 33 to 31 Saturday and Sunday. I got you. Yeah, I mean, not all the time though. Just because the ground's cold enough for snow doesn't mean it will. Because it's really important what happens in the mid upper atmosphere too. Because the temperatures can actually be above freezing above you in altitude, while you're near freezing. Say 1,000 feet up or so, it actually could be above freezing, which very important. Very important. Your cat is sound asleep. All. Let's see. Anyways, if you look at the map in Tennessee, it's massive. Yeah, but Tennessee's pretty big. It's pretty wide. It's a pretty wide state. I've been through Tennessee multiple times, especially driving down here from Kentucky to Florida. I did it all in one night, all the way from pretty much Louisville down towards Tampa, Orlando area, all in one night. Went through Atlanta. Man, Atlanta is something else. If you've never driven through Atlanta, man, it's something else. I tell you. See, do I remember the storm on March 2nd, 2012? I do not. I was 10 years old. I do not, my friend. All right, y'all. So once again, we got a severe warning in effect for southwestern West Virginia. This is out by Lenore, Holden, Peach Creek, West Logan. Guys, I have a serious question for you. Why is West Logan north of Logan? Seriously. Like, look at the map here. You have Logan. North of Logan, you have West Logan. That makes literally no sense. That's crazy. Why? Okay, I'm just going to ignore it. It's 2:30 in the morning. Anyways, Lenore, Logan, West Logan, Peach Creek, Mitchell Heights, Chapmanville, Holden, Switzer, Hutchinson, and Myrtle. Got a severe warning in place. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter hail, and torn possible tag. West Virginia just weird. It's West Virginia for yeah, they're different. They do things different, I guess. I mean, I guess they look at their compass sideways or something. Oh, man, I don't get it. Corey says it was bad. We had 4 tornadoes in one day in Kentucky. Yeah, 4. I do know there was a big tornado outbreak back in, what was it, 72? Back in 1972. Apparently there was a big tornado outbreak in Louisville, I think, got a tornado, like an EF4. I'm pretty sure, because my mom, she told me about that. Or was it 1974? 1972. Was it 72? Yes. Yes, it was. Hold up. Here we go. There we go. Yep, 72, apparently. Doesn't really say. Was it 72 or was it 74? Hold on a minute. I'm genuinely curious now. Ah, it was 74. Mm-hmm. There it is. 1974 super outbreak. Look at that. Look at that radar. That is so cool. That's how radar used to look, like back in the day. I think this is a WSR 57D, I'm pretty sure. But they didn't have color tables back then. It literally looks like satellite imagery. Wow. You can see the hook echo there, though. That's crazy, dude. There's just something about, like, older tech I just love. Here's old, why is it so uneven? Were they not in geosynchronous orbit? Is that why it's so, like, all over the place? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. What's all this about? Tornado track. Ooh. Yeah, but apparently it was really, really bad. The 74 outbreak. Goodness. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. I do have actually have a book on it somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but a book on that outbreak, and apparently it was really bad. I mean, like really, really bad. Can I look up March 2nd, 2012 Kentucky tornado outbreak? I could if you want me to. March 2nd. Tornado outbreak. Here we go. Says it was significant. Ooh. Oh yeah, I see that. Wow. Looks like a lot of them are in eastern Kentucky. We have some pretty long track. Say EF3. Is that? Did I say that was an EF5? Was it? I can't even make that out. But yeah, it looks like we had several long track ones. So the ones in purple are fatality tornadoes. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit though. Look at them all. I mean, even a couple brief ones, you know. Goodness, I wonder what the SPC outlook was that day. Huh. Maybe we'll make a whole live stream out of this one day. Maybe we'll just go back through time and just talk about different weather events. Would you guys like that? I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. What is the worst, tornado or hurricane you remember in Florida? That's a good question. A lot of people are like, what's worse, a hurricane or a tornado? In my opinion, hurricanes are worse than tornadoes because there's so much on a larger scale. Not to mention, hurricanes can even spawn tornadoes. So, but if that's what you're asking, then yeah, it would have to be hurricanes. Live Free says, let's see. My little Kentucky town got hit by 3 or 4 of them in 74 outbreaks. My dad watched it. Wow. Say the West Liberty tornado 2012 made pretty much everyone I know start to look into getting storm shelters. That's crazy. I don't blame you though, honestly. I mean, they're definitely really good to have. That's wild. I got you, Corey. Yeah, I mean, tornado shelters are definitely really good things to have. You know, could really come in handy one day. Anyways, y'all. Let's see here. We are still got that warning: 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail there. So that wait, when does that expire? That expires 2:45. Okay, so that's actually about to expire. Honestly, I might roll off after that, y'all. I think I might call it a stream. We've been live almost 3 hours here. I think I might call it a stream here soon. Get some stuff done around the house too. I mean, it seems like the threat's pretty marginalized as of now. Very good movie. I cried the whole movie at The Impossible. Yeah, I never even heard of that movie. I might have to check it out someday. Absolutely. And guys, if y'all have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. We are here to help you guys out. If y'all do enjoy the stream, be sure to maybe leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new. It'll be greatly appreciated. Just want to say thank you, everybody, for all the kind love and support lately. Y'all are amazing. Love you guys. I really appreciate y'all. And I'll be sure to help keeping you guys up to date here. I think I might do coverage maybe tomorrow too, or probably later today actually at this point. So we'll definitely try to do that as well. You might not like to, you might not think, but there's a lot of actually a large group of people in this part of Kentucky that'll buy those shipping containers and use them for underground shelter. Really? Goodness. It's crazy. I've always wondered, do I live in a weather house or just a house with a weather live setup? What? I want to ask you a question. What is a weather house? Like, is it a house? Like, seriously, I'm curious. What is a weather house? But no, it's a normal place with a live stream setup. This is actually my bedroom. I'm even gonna lie, my bed's right here, right behind me. You just can't really see it. Your electricity doesn't come back on until 1:00 p.m. Ooh, that's rough. Ooh. That's what I'm saying, Jack. What is a weather house, bro? What is a weather house? I'm like genuinely confused. Oh, buddy. All right, you guys. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna call it now. Let's see. What is Knoxville looking like? I got you, my friend. Knoxville's pretty good. Knoxville, Tennessee, if that's where you're looking at. We are probably gonna get that line here in a little bit. The models did suggest that line eventually rolling nearby. Probably between this model suggests between 4 and 5 o'clock or so, which we'll have to just keep an eye on it. But I mean, it shouldn't be anything crazy. It shouldn't be anything severe. Nah, Max, I don't have one of those. I don't even think we don't have basements in Florida either. I don't even know if we have any does Florida have in-ground shelters? I mean, I've never even heard of them down here. I mean, I've never seen them or anything. Anyways, But no, to answer your question, I do not have a weather house. All right, everybody. If y'all have any final questions before I roll off, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. But I think I'm probably going to call it a stream here. It's been a night. I'm going to get some rest, and I do need to clean up around the house here a little bit. I should do a live chatting about historic tornado outbreaks. Yeah, absolutely, Squatchy. I'll definitely have to look into doing that with you guys. I really enjoy these interactive streams. You know, that's something I really do like, is like these streams where we can just sit down, chill despite the weather, and like talk about everything that's going on here. It's nice. I like it. I do. But all right, everybody. Thank y'all for joining. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys later on here for today. But you guys stay safe. Try not to worry about the storms. Once again, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Maybe leaving a like on your way out. It'll be much appreciated. But alrighty, everybody. Thank you all for joining. You guys have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.